All right, let's get into it. Today, we are going to try and make sense of this huge, incredibly weird cosmic war. And the way we're going to do it is by looking at, of all things, a Christmas album. Yeah, you heard me, a Christmas album. And it all kicks off with this. A Christmas wish that is, well, not exactly what you'd call heroic, right? And that voice? That belongs to our main character, a guy named Relaxaman. Believe it or not, this is the chosen one we're dealing with, at the start of his big journey. And this right here is the secret decoder ring for this whole thing. These absolutely bizarre, often pretty cynical Christmas songs, they are not just throwaway holiday tunes. They are the key to understanding this entire 36-episode saga.
Okay, so step one, we have to figure out what makes our hero tick. And his own personal Christmas song, it paints a really clear picture of his headspace.
I mean, listen to these lyrics. I'm not in the mood for meaning. I'm just killing time. This isn't just someone feeling a little down during the holidays. This is his entire philosophy. He wants to avoid responsibility, to just check out. And then, let's get drunk for Christmas and call it a plan. This is our starting point for the guy who's supposed to save the entire universe.
But look, that's just our hero. The album does something brilliant. It lays out this whole spectrum of different philosophies that are all gonna smash into each other as the story unfolds.
And this is where you really see the battle lines being drawn. So on one side, you've got Relaxamon's whole vibe. I don't want to understand. He's basically choosing to be ignorant. But then you get his new buddies, Puff, who's an alien giraffe, and Snake, who is literally a ball of anxiety. And their take? You show up, you sit down, you do the best you can. It's so simple, but it's this profound idea of just trying. And it's the total opposite of where Relaxamon is at. And then there are these guys, the Swamp Donkeys. They're not here for philosophy. Their entire song is about one thing, to ruin the calendar. They're just pure chaos, a force of nature that doesn't care about cynicism or belief. They're just here to party and break stuff.
But where this album gets really interesting is when we get to the villains. Because their songs aren't just songs. No, they're basically manifestos that spell out the two completely different ideologies at the heart of this war. So first you've got the evil Goat Prince, and his philosophy is, well, it's brutal. He literally says Christmas is socialism. He sees kindness and cooperation as a weakness, a moment where you trade your spine for feeling moral. For him, it's all about power, strength, and being on top. And then on the complete flip side, the album gives us something way more subtle and honestly way creepier. Dr. Panda's philosophy isn't about brute force. It's about control through comfort. Just take your medication. Everything will be fine. His whole goal is to get rid of disagreement, to get rid of struggle, to create this so-called peaceful world where everyone just agrees because they've been medicated into complacency.
So we have all these competing ideas baked into the Christmas carols, but how does that turn into an actual war? This is where we pivot from the album's ideas to the show's absolutely wild, reality-bending plot.
And trust me, things escalate fast. It starts with an alien giraffe crashing in a backyard, right? Next thing you know, the heroes are trapped in a fake mental asylum by Dr. Panda, where they have to literally choose their own messy, painful reality over a comfortable lie. And then the plot bombs start dropping. The big bad Goat Prince, turns out he's the long-lost son of Relaxamon's love interest. And then the final, ultimate twist, our hero and our villain are pieces of the exact same soul.
So to even wrap your head around a twist that massive, you have to understand how this universe actually works. And it all comes down to 6 incredibly powerful objects, the Fate Crystals.
Okay, let's break this down real quick. 4 of these crystals are what you'd call operational. They're the tools that make the world go round. You've got power, for forcing people to do things, pleasure, for motivating them with good feelings, persona, which controls people through their identity and who they think they are, and persuasion, which works through stories and charm. These are the engines of society, basically.
But the 2 most powerful crystals, they don't run the world, they aim it. The light and dark crystals, they answer the big question, why are we doing any of this at all? The light crystal points everything towards truth and understanding, while the dark crystal points everything towards fear and control. They give all that other stuff its purpose.
And this, right here, is where it all comes together. The character philosophies from the songs, the insane plot twists, and the cosmic rules of the universe, they all converge on one single, mind-bending idea. What if this whole cosmic war isn't really about good versus evil at all?
What if the hero and the villain aren't just opponents, but two different paths the same person could have taken?
Because here's the ultimate truth of the story. Relaxamon, our lazy, cynical hero, and the evil Goat Prince, the power-hungry villain, are literally two fragments of one soul, just split apart by time. Their war isn't for the universe, it's an internal struggle made real. It's a fight against the darkest parts of yourself.
And that leaves us with the story's most powerful, most difficult question. If you can't actually destroy your enemy, because your enemy is a real, fundamental piece of you, then what on earth does it even mean to win?